Hey there, my sexy Aries. Welcome back. All right, Aries, let's get into this. I know a lot of you already know that I've been sick. and, but if you don't know, I've been very sick this past, about a month now, actually. And, but it got really bad about 3 weeks ago, I'd say. Ooh, it was terrible. I would really like to, thank you for hanging in here with me during my sickness, but I'm much better. I am on medication now. I've been diagnosed finally. So hopefully I am back. Guys, remember that this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. Also, remember I could say it's you and it's them, or I could say it's them and it's you, right? So do put the energy where it belongs. Spirit, give us a clear, concise message here for Aries. Please and thank you. What is going on in Aries' energy? We have Eight of Cups coming out in reverse, Ace of Sticks, King of Blades. You're the King of Blades in this reading. Okay, so you might have Libra, you might have Gemini, you might have Aquarius in your chart. Maybe even Pisces in your chart, or Cancer maybe. Okay, so you might be feeling like you're losing something, or you're going in circles. Okay, so maybe you feel like you're losing out on something, or you've lost your motivation, or maybe you feel like you know things are not turning out the way that you were hoping. Tell me more here for Aries Spirit, please and thank you. But you are coming out in this reading as the King of Blades, so you know if you can make a plan, Aries, it's you. If anybody can make a plan, it's going to be you with this, being in this mental energy. But we're going to dig deeper. Tell me more, Spirit. What's going on here for Aries? Please and thank you. Okay, let's see what we got. We also have 2 extras. Okay, I'm going to place that up here. For somebody here, for maybe a couple of you, there is this energy of not having fun. Maybe you have too much going on right now, or you're having relationship problems with somebody. Maybe somebody around you is not treating you right. I do feel with the moon card that could be like secretive behavior. But I do feel with the Eight of Blades that this is also you as well. Like you could sense something. Your subconscious mind is picking up that something is wrong in a connection. And it seems like maybe y'all are not seeing eye to eye, or you're competing with somebody. And it's like you're having to overcome something here. And I'm hearing like you're giving with the 4 of coins in reverse. Like you're the person that keeps giving. And what I'm feeling is that, look over here, we have the 3 of Swords coming out, right? So it's like you're giving way too much. You're just giving way too much of yourself. And I'm hearing that this person, somebody around you, could be a relationship, somebody who hasn't been treating you right, has pushed you to your breaking point. That's what I'm hearing. Somebody has pushed you to your breaking point, and now you're in this energy of processing everything that you've gone through. Because it takes time to process through the 3 of Blades energy. I'm hearing there's some kind of trauma that you've gone through. There's some kind of trauma, and this person has really upset at you. Not just once, though, because we have the 10 of Blades in reverse. So this is not something that this person has done just once. I'm hearing it's been a repeated negative pattern over and over, where this person has just let you down left and right. And it was like one bad news after another. One thing after another, where this person just was not treating you right. But with the King of Blades energy, that's you cutting out the BS. Okay? That's you cutting out the BS, using your head, not allowing this person to pull you down, even though it's still happening. I mean, to a certain degree, yes, it's still bothering you. Yes, it's still there. The anger and the frustration and the tears and the trauma that you've been through, the feeling of loss is still there. And you might even be still processing the grief. They say it takes just as long for you to heal from a relationship, especially if it was a toxic relationship. It takes just as long as you were with that person to overcome that person. So if you were with somebody for like 20 years, it's going to take 20 years for you to go through the whole process of, what they did and, what they said and, how this person stabbed you in the back. And, it looks like the two of you just couldn't see eye to eye on anything. And they really left you in this energy of just constantly feeling trapped, and it was because of their secret behavior, And I feel very confident that that's what that is. Like this person was constantly, I want to say it, gaslighting you, just constantly gaslighting you. But you know what, Aries? I want you to know something. You've come so far. It's like you've overcome something here that was supposed to break you and it didn't break you, You also have the hangman energy coming out with the full card energy. So it makes me feel like you're ready for something new. You're ready for your new beginning. I'm hearing that you have changed, Aries. Your whole perspective of the world has changed. So, yes, you are ready for this new beginning. You're ready to take a risk. You're ready to venture out. You might be getting more sun now than ever before, getting some fresh air, just enjoying life. Because it's like you're in this youthful energy again of the full energy. Don't get me wrong. Yes, you're an adult, right? Of course you're an adult, but you still have this childlike, I want to say innocence about you. I feel very strongly that's gonna end up serving you well down the road. You know, that adventurous side of you. Tell me more, Spirit. I just want to find out more about this new beginning for you, because you deserve this, Aries. It looks like you've gone through a lot in your life, and it looks like you have overcome quite a bit. The Knight of Sticks is coming out in reverse. Tell me more. Okay. Woo! Okay, it's more than I was expecting, but I'm going to take it anyways. So in this new beginning for you, it does look like you're going to be very busy. It does look like you're going to be very busy here. There is going to be a change coming, and it's going to be at the end of a season. So I guess that would be like right now, really, right now, pretty close to right now. Huh. You might feel very frustrated about what you want to do as far as career goes at this time. Maybe you feel like there's a lack of direction. Like you're ready. Yes, you're ready. But then there's also this lack of direction. Okay. But it does look like you're going to be getting really busy soon. So that's good, because that means, I do feel very strongly like the creative side of you is going to come out. And once that does, you will find the answers that you're looking for by using your creativity, because I don't feel that you're really meant for the 9 to 5 type of work, So I just want to say this. It depends on how long you were with this person. The longer that you were with that person, it's really hard to get your life back together and knowing what it is that you want to do with your life, or what direction do you want to go in now. So there is going to be a lot of decisions that you need to make. And you're going to have to like really sit down. I suggest look at yourself in the mirror and or write it down and talk to yourself, like what is it that's going to make you happy? How are you going to get that fire back about getting excited about doing things? If you remember when you were younger, like, when we all started first working, right? We would all get like really excited, and we're going to do this job, and we're going to get paid, and we're going to make our own money. Find your way back to that energy, because that's what Spirit is saying. Find your way back to that energy of being excited again, and find out what it is that makes you excited. What is your passion? What's going to drive you to get up every day and do something every day? Because it looks like it's about career. Okay, it looks like you got everything else planned out. You got, you're working on your grieving. You're working on other things already. A lot of issues going on. Yes, you're working on those things, and now it looks like you're focusing more on career or what you want to do for a living, right? So that's my suggestion, is to sit down and talk to yourself. Be really honest with yourself. What is it that Aries wants to do? Where do you want to be in 10 years? Where do you want to be in 5 years? And then, of course, start working in toward that direction. You're never too old to have a new beginning. And that's one thing I want to say, because I was talking about this in another reading and somebody was like, oh no, I'm too old. No, you're not. You're never too old for a new beginning. I heard of this couple, 100 years old, met each other, fell in love, and got married. Both of them 100 years old. Seriously. They're having a new beginning at 100 years old. I've even heard of a woman who was 80, went back to college, got her degree, and started working in that field. And she was like, I want to say 70 or 80. I forgot the age, but it was like in that age group. And so the thing is yeah, she continued working in that field, and she was so happy with it. I want to say she became a teacher, or she became something, and she did very well. She went back and got her bachelor's degree. So there's no such thing. This concept about, and I'm just gonna say it because it's coming out in the cards. This whole concept about, oh, you're too old for something. It's all BS. You're never too old. This is something that we are brainwashed into, especially in America. I don't know about across the world, but especially in America, we are brainwashed into thinking that we're too old. We're too old to play in sports. Like, oh no, you're 50. Why are you trying to play in sports? Excuse me? Naomi Campbell is what? I think she's 54. This concept about age is BS. You could be any age and pick up a new sport, get into something new. I've heard of oh gosh, I can't remember her name right now. There was a woman, she was in her 50s, and she started bodybuilding. I can't remember her name right now. She started bodybuilding, and oh wow, guess what? She's out there right now, as far as I know, still winning championships into her 60s, and possibly she might be 70 now. I'm not sure, but she's still winning championships. She gets up every morning and jogs 5 miles, and she's doing it, and she's an older woman, right? The point is that we're not dead until we're dead, Aries, okay? You still have the rest of your life to live and to learn and to grow. When you're not learning and when you're not growing, that's when you're dead. So what's the point? The only difference between somebody who sits on the couch and doesn't do anything and a person who's 6 feet under, that's the only thing that's different. So if you're not learning and exploring and feeling excited about life and doing new things and challenging yourself, then you're dying. You're not really living. The only thing is just that you're not 6 feet under. I mean, your body's still alive, but you're not living, I just want to say that, Aries, okay? I just wanted to say that. You're never too old, okay? You're never too old for anything. Get that out of your head. It's nonsense. Actually, you do have this youthfulness about you with the Fool card coming out. So, yes, use that. This could be your looks, your attitude, the way that you move. You might look younger than your age, Use that youthfulness. It's a blessing. Our time on earth is a blessing from God. So use that time, And I know that, there's a part of you that's still grieving this process. I put the cards away already, but I know that there's a part of you that's still grieving and still feeling the frustration of the loss of that relationship, the things that you went through in life, or how it doesn't have to necessarily be a relationship, guys. This could be anybody who treated you like crap, took advantage of you, right? Um, and just going through the frustration and the emotions that you went through. And that's fine. It's going to take a process. But while you're still doing that, you got to really push yourself to live and to choose a career for yourself. Choose what it is that you want to do in life. What makes Aries different? What makes you special? What makes you excited about waking up, right? That's the point. God did not say, when you get this age, that's it, go sit on the porch. No, God did not say that. Actually, I will tell y'all something. In many Indian tribes, the women are very active, very, very active until they're in their 90s and hundreds. My great grandma, she used to play football with us. And she was, like 60, 70, maybe older. She was my great grandmother. So let me think. Hold on. So she must have been, yeah, 70. And she would get out there and play football with us. Why? Because this concept about age is really just something that we put in our heads to trap us. And my great grandma, her name was Fatima, I mean, Petra. I was going to say Fatima. Her name was Petra. My great grandmother's name was Petra. I don't know why I was going to say Fatima. But her name was Petra, and she was awesome. Right down to the very end, that woman was very active, cleaned her house. She My grandmother had two disabled brothers. My great grandmother took care of them all the way until they passed away when they were like 70 years old. My great grandma took care of them. Yeah. She cleaned the house. She cooked. She washed clothes. She was a very active woman. Very tiny woman, too. She was like 4'9", 4'10", or something like that. She was really small. And, oh no, I think she was maybe even smaller than that. But she was a tough little cookie. And she lived life to the fullest. So that was her way of living life. And she would go and run and play with us kids and everything. So the thing about age is that it's just a, a crippling mindset. That's all it is. This whole thing about, oh, I'm this age, I'm that age. No. No, just throw that out of your head. It's a bunch of BS. Okay? Anyways, guys, thank you for joining me. I'm gonna get out of this reading. And if y'all would like a personal reading, the information will be in the description. And if you would like to leave a donation, $1, whatever it is, the information's in the description. I haven't been able to work these past like almost 4 weeks, so yeah, I'm hurting. I'm just gonna throw it out there. But anyways, guys, y'all take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Love you guys. Y'all don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.